The day starts very early. It's quite slippery. Hey ho, we got some snow. I've already been up just to make sure my car will start. And it will be actually warm inside. Let's check if it's warm. And trust me, it's not that early. It's already 7 o'clock. The car is just about to warm up. I don't have to scrape the windshield. Okay, today we are going to start a new Rewire of 2026. You want to come and join, as this is another fully furnished Rewire. It's a bigger property, so come along and see what we have to do. See you there. Fully furnished Rewire. We are in St. George. I've already met with the client this morning and I'll show you what I mean by going about all of the points. Let me show you how this customer, based on our previous video, has prepared themselves for this Rewire. We've got plenty of furniture, we've got plenty of toys and all the personal belongings. Have a look how this has been prepared for us. This is the office. It's not easy to get all of the stuff right in the middle. When I say I'm going with the clients around, I'm using like line marker. It's the easiest thing. It lasts for really long and it's green. Nice. Usually it's a high visibility, but if you've got colorful walls, may not be always. So there's like a 2 sockets. So what I'm doing is, with the client, we always have a draft of contract of how many points we do. So we base budget on this. We base everything else so client understand how much it will cost to do the whole Rewire. Price per point. You're only paying for what we do for you. Once we have the lists done, the scope of work, we still go with the client around the property and we actually mark each point. At this point in time, my guys can just crack on, measure 450 from the floor, 120 for the light switches, and they just go around marking the sockets. Then we're going to go around cutting the sockets. They got Liam who opens the floorboards for us, and we actually go around and actually cut the sockets. There is a system to it. So here we go. I go around with the client and we're just mark the points like here, the green one, and there's right one there. I will leave some information for my guys. There's like a 2-gang switch, D for dimmer, which means that will need to be a 45mm box, nice and deep, so it's easy for the cables and the modules to go in. Here we go. Again, there is a room above. We're not opening any floorboards on the ground floor. We're actually going to bring the cables through the first floor void and drop them down to each of the socket. You will see the cuts, you will see the chase later. Here we go, 2 sockets. We've got 1 in here, that alcove, we've got 1 there, and the kitchen. Kitchen is never an easy. We're just taking down this cabinet. It was up there on the wall. We will need to rewire all of these sockets. Just to add, usually the kitchen is above the bathroom, so it's not making this easy in any shape or form because the bathroom floor is tiled. There's some work happening in the bathroom, so there's actually a team out there doing all the work, stripping it down the bathroom. So the bathroom, we will come back to it. We'll leave it at the moment. We'll let the plumbers get a good advance on the work they need to do, and we will come back to the bathroom. Let me show you upstairs what the other rooms look like, because look, this is like a dining room, a playroom. There's a lot of stuff, but if we work with the clients together, we explain what we need, how we need to work this out, then we do. On this occasion, there is actually quite a lot of musical equipment hidden within all this mountain of furniture. So again, we need to be very careful with, like, there's a piano hidden right here. If we come to the rewiring of that light, then we will also have to take this into account. How we move it, do we need to move these stuff? We already agreed with the client. We will just ask them to maybe come in, give us some points, or maybe they will move it for us just to make sure everything stays safe. Okay, let's go upstairs. Here we got plumbing team. What's the business, guys? Warm glow heater is looking after the bathroom. We leave them be and we're not going to get in their way. Here we are. That's the bedroom number 1. I'm still not seeing my guys, and they must be hiding somewhere within the walls of this property. There's Liam having a good go on the floorboards. I'll let him be. There's also a loft. Tom with his super precise measuring skills and all the effort he puts into that. That's why we love working with Tom. I better get going. It's winter, but look at the view outside the window. Just here, living next to the lake. It's brilliant. Okay, enough of the view. Let's get to work. It's only been a couple of hours working and it's not snowing. It's just me being super dusty. Let me show you what we did here, like in this switch. So, client asked if they could have a dimmer switch everywhere. And even in a small room like this, they are going to have 2 dimmer modules inside a single gang. That means every box that we cut needs to be 45 or 47 millimeter deep. Usually when we chase a box of this depth, this is the deepest box you can have. I should have one. This is the box. It's really, really deep. Usually we put like 25, 35 mil boxes. We would use a wall chaser to actually carve up a lot of it, a lot of the wall. Because if we use a SDS and we just put all of this vibration on the wall, on many occasions, a plaster on the other side does pop up. We want to avoid this as much as possible, so we used the Metabo wall chaser and we just chased a lot. We've got about, what, 10 mil to go in. Just scrape that off and that box will fit in nicely. That's that. So some of the boxes have already been chased, cleaned, but that's it. This is now, the second phase is actually getting access to, for the cables under the floor. Liam just making his way around the property, opening up all the floorboards, cutting the floors. I think he's down upstairs already. But what he does do is, when he lifts the boards, he actually puts them back in, upside down, so we know which one of them are open. But for our safety, he puts them back in. Good job, Liam. This is never easy. Tongue and groove boards. In order for us to actually lift any one of these boards, we need to cut this out. This is a tongue and groove, so on one side, you got this tongue that is just being cut by Liam. On the other side, you got groove. But we need this one to go up. That's what we have to do. No other way. I wonder, how can I see anything through these glasses? They're dusty, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna continue cracking on. At the moment, we're just starting with the sockets. Usually, the first thing what we do is we start with sockets. Once we have all the holes pre-drilled in between the joists, then we'll run the cables. Hello again. Very, very dusty. But let me show you what the day one looks like and how much we were able to achieve. Quite a lot, actually. So come with me. We're just about to tidy up. The boards are lifted, the stuff is in the middle. The customer has actually covered everything with the dust sheets. So what we have, we got switch chased, the chases for the cables, even the point through the cable where we're gonna intercept this upstairs. So these two sockets are not cut yet, but I've already made the access point for the cables. I've actually done pretty well on these throughout. Down here, there is a socket. We're gonna do horizontal chase into that one. Then we've got two sockets in here, so I'm already under the floor. This one I'm not yet, because we still have some power remaining. Maybe by tomorrow we will disconnect and put a temporary supply. Once we've got this, get into the kitchen and do the kitchen sockets. There is still void under the floor, but the tiles have been put on top of the floor. So there's about half an inch to an inch difference between the levels from the kitchen down to the dining room. We decided that we still gonna go up in through the bathroom. The bathroom is being renovated at the moment, yet unsure how much of the bathroom will be lifted. It will be all replaced and brand new. We still don't know if we're going to cut the ceiling here, and some of the ceiling is going to be cut anyway and repaired. So maybe we actually do that and just run our cables, or we're just gonna go above. The plumber's left already for the day. So we'll see if we even bother to come up here and do anything. Some of the wooden floor appears to be rotten. I think there was a leak. Look at this bad boy. So that's where everything started actually. That went on fire, badly. Some boards are up. This is where we are downstairs. You might see some light coming through. That's the smoke alarm. Here it is, the access point for switch in the dining room. Somewhere here, it's the switch for the office, and the fuse box is there. The cables are going. Here, we decided firstly to put a switch, only to find out that there is quite a lot of cables for the lights upstairs. That's why we don't have lights upstairs, and for sockets up in the loft room. This is the ring that starts, and then this is the ring that comes back. But anyway, you never know what's in the walls. You never know what you're gonna find when you cut the walls with the angle grinder. Risk assessment is good. Also knowing where your services cut-out points are, like your water stopcock, your gas meter. In case you go through any of the pipe, you want to isolate it as quickly as possible. Luckily, we've not done it for quite some time, and hopefully we won't be doing it anytime soon. So, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.